Hi everybody. So I was going to get into Boxycharm. I asked people on my Facebook business page which would they rather see, a review or a first impression of this box, since this is the first Boxycharm I've ever had. And they wanted me to do first impression, so that's what I'm going to do today. So I'm going to just go ahead and pull things out of the box. We're going to talk a little bit about it, but then I'll start working with everything and just kind of seeing how we like everything. So the first thing I see in this box is this Intensive Eye Care from QMC. I'll let you guys know some more information about it later once I dig into it a little bit more. But I will tell you this thing is the smallest in this package and also the most expensive. So we'll get into prices in a little bit though. And then the next thing I got was this Tartiest Shimmering Lip Paint. So that is like a sheer lip gloss. Excuse any screaming you hear in the background, that would be my 2-year-old. Okay, so this is really pretty. It's called Flaming Hot. That's what it looks like. It's got like a, almost like a purple, bluish pink shimmer in there. It's really pretty. Okay, next is this Pretty Vulgar Nightingale eyeshadow palette. Palettes are always my favorite, so these are really hard for me to not want to dig into at first. But here is the colors. We'll get into this a little bit too and make sure that we test some of this stuff out. I'll do some swatches of every color too, so that way if there's anything I don't use on my eyes, you guys will still get to see it and see how we like everything. And then what else I got here are these Luxie Premium Synthetic Handcrafted Brushes. It is a set of 4 brushes. They all look pretty small. They look like little eyeshadow brushes. You look here. Oh yeah, they even have names on them. So this is what it looks like. First of all, I can see, I don't know if you guys can see this or not, but like this one here, I do notice like right away there is this little hanging piece right here. So that, I don't know, I'm not a huge fan of seeing that kind of stuff, but it kind of, I mean, we'll see how it performs. Okay, so it has all the names on here, which are, this is a mini flat angled brush, so you can see it's really small. I don't know if you guys can see it okay, but it's kind of angled there. And then there is a mini round brush. This is really good. These kind of brushes are really good for packing in color, especially in the crease or the outer corner. And then we have a mini angled brush. So yeah, these are all minis. You can again see that it's kind of angled here. It's a little bit fluffier than the other one. It's not as flat on the top. So we'll try that one out too. This is a mini tapered brush. And that's what it looks like. It's a little more flat up here, besides again these little hanging strings here, or hairs here, and it kind of fans out. So that's that one. Okay, and then the last thing we got in here, there's actually 2 of these, is the Tatcha Luminous Dewy Skin Mask. I have heard a lot of good things about these. This will be the first thing I'm working with today because I've already cleansed my face, I've moisturized, all that stuff. But I figured I'll start with skincare stuff and then I can do makeup afterwards. So let me go ahead and get some information about this stuff really quick, and then I'll get it on and we'll see how we like it. Okay, so here is the Tatcha Luminous Dewy Skin. This right here, I'm going to pull up some information about it just so you guys can hear. Let me see what the website says. So these are... Ooh, where'd my price go? 1 second. These are $12 a piece, so I got 2 of these for $24. So right now we're at $24 with the Boxycharm being $25 a month, so that's already up there, and that's only the first 2 products in there. This has a pretty high rating. It looks like it's 5-star with 44 reviews on Tatcha.com. So they say it is a silky soft skin-fitting sheet mask that deeply delivers a healthy drink of ultra-hydrating botanical oils and extracts for a dewy glow in just 1 use. We'll see how that goes. It says it's recommended for dry or normal to dry skin. It's recommended for dryness, dullness, or fine wrinkles, or fine lines or wrinkles. It is non-comedogenic, non-irritating, non-sensitizing, dermatologist tested, and cruelty-free. It is formulated without mineral oils, synthetic fragrances, sulfate detergents, parabens, urea, I believe I'm pronouncing that right, sorry if I'm not, DEA, TEA, or phthalates. Alright, so here is the suggested use. It says you apply the mask to skin and smooth to fit comfortably, leave on for 15 minutes, then peel off and massage remaining serum into the skin. So we will go ahead and try to do that. Okay, so let's go ahead and get this mask on. I'm going to go ahead and open this up. And we'll see, it feels like it's got quite a bit of liquid in here. Oh, yeah, it's... Okay, so it's almost like a milky feel to it, or milky look to it. I'm going to go ahead and put this on, and then I'll leave it on for 15 minutes, and we'll see what happens. Okay, so it comes folded up like this, and then I got to get my mirror closer to me here. So I'm going to go ahead and put this on and open it up. And it's just another sheet mask. So it looks like that. Oh, if I can get it to unfold all the way. So it looks like that. So I'm going to go ahead and stick this on, and we will see how this feels. Oh, it's immediately cold, I'll tell you that. It's like super cold. But I mean, it fits well. It's dripping everywhere. I'm going to go ahead and leave this on my face. It says for 15 minutes. And we shall see what happens. I'm just trying to get it to fit right. Alright, so I have it on. It's like everywhere. Just, yeah. I'm going to leave this on for 15 minutes, and then I will come back and I will tell you guys how this is going. Alright, hang tight. Okay, so it's been about 15 minutes now, so I'm going to go ahead and take this off, and we will see how I feel about it. Go ahead and just pull it off. Okay, I'm going to throw that away. And then it says you're supposed to like just rub everything in the excess. It's supposed to help with hydration, so I'm going to just make sure I get it everywhere and just kind of rub really gently everywhere. Okay, so first impressions, I will say it makes my skin feel really soft, and as you can see, it really adds to the shine of my face. I don't feel like it's a greasy shine. I gotta get my mirror closer so I can actually see, because I cannot see without my glasses. Okay, so yeah, I feel like it almost leaves like a tackiness to your face, but it is so dewy. I would say it definitely did what it says it's trying to do. So yeah, I think I like it. I think that's a good one for me. Okay, so moving on from that, let me take out the next skincare product, which is this QMC Intensive Eye Cream. I'm going to go ahead and look this one up really quick again, get all the information about it. Okay, so on the QMC website, this is QMC Medicosmetics.com. This is the Intensive Eye Care Cream. This little tiny thing retails for $155. So this little thing right here makes the $25 a month well worth it when this is what you're getting in one of the boxes. I'm not sure what makes it so expensive. I really didn't look into the brand to see if it's really good, just products, good quality. I would hope so for it being that price. It says, a nurturing formula developed to rejuvenate, hydrate, and care for the sensitive skin around the eyes. It says, with its multi-action formulation featuring natural firming extracts and intensely moisturizing ingredients, Intensive Eye Care Cream provides targeted treatment to the delicate skin of the eye zone. Its rich, nurturing texture is both gentle and highly effective in helping to reduce fine lines, dark lines, and puffiness. So that's what that says. Let me see what else it says here really quick. I'm going to go ahead and apply this really quick. I'm going to see how to apply it, and then I'll read a little bit more as I'm applying. So it says to gently tap over the brow bone and beneath the eye area, focusing on the orbital bone. Ideally after your day or night collagen serum and before your face cream. So I am going to go ahead and open this up. It does come with this little safety lid, which is really nice. You just gotta pull this little tab up, and there it is. I'm going to just take it from that little tab since there's still quite a bit on here. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and put this on. It says you should be focusing on the orbital bone, which is all along here. So I'm gonna take a little bit, I'm gonna put just a little bit like that on, and I'm going to just put a little bit on both bottom and top and then work it around. I'm gonna look here and it says what it is that's so useful on here. So it says the active ingredient complex of this enhanced eye care helps to minimize the appearance of fine lines and wrinkles whilst highlighting and lifting the skin. So it says certain extracts provide a powerful anti-aging combination that helps boost elasticity, smooth out wrinkles, and reduce dark circles and puffiness. And then it says Mixtral 3000 stimulates the skin's own repair processes to improve the structure of the skin, whilst hyaluronic acid provides intensive hydration to the skin. Jojoba and avocado oils nourish and protect the skin. So that's the little gist on that. I will say first impressions, this stuff is really soft. I'm not noticing any instant differences. It doesn't say it provides any instant results, so I'm not really surprised I don't see anything yet. This is something where I will have to keep trying it day and night and kind of just seeing how I like it as it goes. So that is something I'll have to get back to you guys about, is whether or not I'm noticing any differences later on. So I'm going to go ahead and shut this and we'll move on to the next. Okay, so the final few things in here are products for eyes, lips, and brushes to apply eyes. So I'm going to go ahead and get off camera real quick, get my base on, and then I will come back later after I have all that together, and then we'll get started. I think on the eyes will be the first thing, so that'll be exciting. So hang tight and I'll be right back. Okay, so I have my base on. I'm going to go ahead and open up these brushes here real quick, and we'll talk about these, and then we'll get to the fun stuff, which is the palette. So I'm going to get these brushes out. Now, like I said before, these are the Luxie, let's see what it says here, Luxie Premium Synthetic Handcrafted Brushes. This is all of them. This is what they look like. They're pretty sparkly gold, and they're all pretty small, like detailing type brushes. I'm going to go ahead and read some information about these things real quick. So it says, this one here, this is the Luxie 111. They say this one is the mini flat angled brush. It's used to smudge, blend out harsh lines, or densely pack on cream products onto your lid. And then we've got the 121 mini tapered brush. That's this one here. It says that this one you can use as a small fluffy blending brush to blend out your crease color with your favorite powdered shadows. 131 mini angled. This is a brush that's perfect for, perfect angle to bevel the natural curves of your eye or brow bone for that extra pop. And then the last one is the 141 mini round. It's this one here. It says, use this brush to smudge and smoke out your bottom lash with your favorite cream or powder products without compromising the intensity of the pigment. So we will go ahead and test these guys out a little bit with the palette. I think I do want to use a lot of the brushes that I know and I like, just to kind of help test out this eyeshadow palette too. So this is the Nightingale Pretty Vulgar. Let me see what I got for this one for information. We have, so this retails for $35 off of the prettyvulgar.com website. Here are the colors. They're very pretty. I'm gonna go ahead and swatch each one of these, and then we will put them on the eyes and see how we like them. So we'll start with this one right here, which is Nocturnal. So I'm gonna go ahead and take some on my finger. We're gonna swatch it right on the wrist. So that's what it looks like. I'm not super impressed with that, but we will keep going and try. So the next one is Pillow Fight. That one's got a lot more pigment to it. I don't know how well that's going to show up on camera, but right in here is Pillow Fight. It's a shimmery, really light tan almost color. Let's go ahead and do Break Free. This has got a lot of little sparkles in it. So I'm going to go ahead and swatch that one. Again, not too bad. That's this third one down here, right in there. I'm not sure how well these light ones are showing up on camera. We're going to go ahead and use Dark Side. I got a lot of color on my finger. So I'm going to go ahead and swatch that and see how that one looks. Well, that one's pretty. So that's this one here, that nice dark one. That's a very pretty color, and it's really pigmented. I actually have a lot still on my finger, if you can see. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and swatch Hide and Seek. That's this taupey color. See how we like that one. Again, I'm not super impressed with their mattes. I don't know if you guys can even see that if I'm twisting my arm enough. But it's, yeah, I'm not super impressed with the mattes on this one so far, but we'll see. Clutch is another sparkle one. I'm gonna go ahead and swatch that one. Yeah, again, the sparkles have so much more pigment. That's this one, right? Oh, right there. And then another matte is Flip Out, it's called. We'll see how we like this one. Well, that one's better than the other ones so far for mattes. That's this brown one right here. So we're gonna get into some more shimmers. This one is called I Spy. Yeah, again, way more pigment on those ones. So right there, that dark shimmer. Silver Spoon is next. Go ahead and grab some of that. These are really creamy, these shimmers. Really soft. That's that blue one down there, really pretty. And then we have 3 more mattes down here. We've got Swoop, which is a really dark brown. I'm gonna go ahead and do that one down here more. So that's that brown one there, all the way at the bottom. We have After Midnight. It's like a dark gray. Yeah, I'd say it's like a warm gray. That's that one down at the bottom. And then All Nighter, which is, looks to be a black. That's not too bad. Not too bad for pigment right down there. Okay, so now that I've got those all swatched out, I will go ahead and get you guys a little bit closer, and then we'll start putting them on the eyes and see what we think. Okay, now I got you guys a little bit closer, so let's go ahead and try some of these out. I'm going to go ahead and just start with a natural transition, which is this one, Hide and Seek, looks to be the best one for me. So I'm going to go ahead and put that one on, and I think we're going to go ahead and try, I think I'm going to try this brush right here, this Luxe 121. I'm going to go ahead and see how I like this one. So I'm going to put some on here. We'll just start building up one of the creases here and see what we think. So I can already see offhand I'm not crazy about this brush here. I feel like it's almost too stiff to really actually be blending. I think it lays color just fine. But when it comes to blending, I don't feel like it's fluffy enough. I feel like it's almost a little too dense still. So I guess what we'll do is we'll pack in this color with this brush, and I'm going to go ahead and use the brushes that I like to blend it out. So I'm just going to go ahead and keep applying this until I like the color, and then I'll buff out the edges. going to go ahead and buff that one out. I'm going to use one of my brushes that I like. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and use one of my Morphe brushes because I do like these better for blending out. I'm just buffing out this edge real quick. I feel like that's kind of sticking. Let me go ahead and take that same color with my Morphe brush and see if I can get this to blend out a little bit better. Okay, that's a little bit better. So that's just a simple, you can see it really didn't add too much. It's just a nice transition shade. I'm gonna go ahead and do the other eye real quick, and then we'll get on to another color. Yeah, I don't know how I feel about this brush in particular for kind of what it's explaining you can use the brush for. I feel like it's really not much for buffing out. I think if you were to do like finer detailing and wanted to buff that out a little bit, I think this would be a good brush for that. But when it comes to actually using it to lay a color in your crease and buff it out, I don't feel like this is doing what I wanted it to do. I feel like these brushes are definitely more for finer details. Okay, so I have the transitions in there. I'm gonna go ahead and I think I'm gonna make that even darker. I'm still not quite sure what I'm doing with the color yet, but I think what I'm gonna go ahead and do is I'm gonna start putting in quite a bit of a darker color. This is a pretty dark, for the most part, dark palette here, so I think that's what we're gonna kind of go for, is a darker look. So I'm going to go ahead and I think I'm gonna actually try out this brush right here. I'm gonna go ahead and try this 141 mini, and I'm gonna pack in Swoop right down here, this dark brown. I'm gonna go ahead and pack that into the crease. We'll see how we like this brush for laying down color. So I do feel like this lays down really nice. Again, I'm gonna probably want to use one of my Morphe brushes for blending this. I don't think I want to use that smaller brush that comes in this pack that I was using for the original transition shade. I just don't feel like it does what I want it to do. This one's working okay to buff out the edges though. I don't know if you can see that, but I am buffing out these edges a little bit with this. And I feel like it's doing okay. I want to go lighter in the inner corner here. I think I want most of the darkness to be on the outside. So I think since I like the way that this is blending out the edges, I'm going to go ahead and keep using this brush to do that and just kind of see. My biggest concern would be if it tugs too much and causes lines. Starts causing lines. But so far it's doing pretty good. So I'm going to go ahead now and I'm going to take one of my other brushes and start buffing that out a little bit better. And then we'll go ahead and do the other eye with that same color. Okay, so compared to swatches, I am liking the way these lay on the eyes better. Sometimes it's really hard to tell how it's going to look with a swatch. So I'm going to go ahead and do the other eye real quick, and then we will continue on to the next color. Okay, so I have that eye done. So far I'm pretty happy that there is not a lot of fallout or anything from this palette. That is a nice plus side. I'm not worried about now that I've finished my face first, which I normally actually do my eyes first. But because I did my base first, sometimes you have to worry about that fallout going out and then you can wipe away your base. But I haven't had that issue with this, so that is a really nice plus side. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to take that really dark, that black color, all-nighter, right here. I'm going to go ahead and take this color and I'm going to put that right on that outer corner in here and start blending it into that dark brown. So for that, I think we'll go ahead and try the 111 brush, the flat angled brush right here. We're going to go ahead and try that one on that outer corner and see how we like that one. This definitely helps lay out the pigment. Again, I wouldn't use this for blending, but it is really nice for laying down that color. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and buff that out really quick. I think what I'm going to try to do is I'm going to try to use that fluffy brush that I used for the transition and see how it looks with just buffing out these two real quick together. That did pretty good. I didn't put any color on that, I just simply buffed the colors in together, and that's kind of the look that it got. So I'm happy with that. That blends in together really nicely. I'm going to go ahead and add a little more black up in here. Just going to blend this out a little bit into my lid. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and do the same thing to the other side, and then again we'll go back to another color. Now that I've had a chance to play with this palette on the eyes, I am actually very happy with the mattes. I think they blend together super well. Okay, so there's the black added to both colors, or both eyes. So I think what I want to try to use, I'm really stuck between Dark Side and Silver Spoon. I think I'm going to go ahead and try Silver Spoon though. That's this really pretty blue right here. I'm going to go ahead and just lay that out with my finger, and I'm going to see how that works. So I'm going to go ahead and just add a bunch to my finger just like that, and I'm going to just press it on. Oh yeah, see, these shimmers are really pretty and very pigmented. So I'm just going to keep adding it. You can see there is a little bit of fallout here, but this will be pretty easy to swipe away with a fan brush. I'm really liking the way everything is laying out with this palette. I think it's a really pretty palette. I think there's gorgeous colors. Everything works really well together. I'm super happy with this one. So I'm going to go ahead and do the same thing on the other side. I think I'm going to actually take one of the little brushes and blend this in a little bit into that crease there, just to make that blend a little nicer together right there. And then we'll go ahead and get onto the other side. So the only brush I have not used yet is this one here. I'm going to go ahead and try to use this one and see how this works. Yeah, this one works really good for the purpose that I wanted it. It's blending that into that crease really well. Sometimes these shimmers can be a little hard to work on a fluffy brush, but I think because this is so dense still for a fluffy brush, it's working really well. So I'm going to go ahead and do the same thing on the other side. Okay, so now that I have that in there, I'm going to go ahead and take that same shade that I started with, this Hide and Seek here, and I'm going to put a little bit back up on top here. Just because I feel like it kind of got swallowed up. Okay, I think I'm going to put some liner on this. I think I need a little bit of liner. Actually, let's go ahead and do the highlighting first. So I'm going to take, this is like really the only highlighting one in here is Break Free right here. It is really pretty, so I really don't mind using it. Let's go ahead and I'm going to clean this 141 up real quick. I'm going to use that for the inner corner. Yeah, that's really pretty. Shows up really well. Really nice highlighting shade for sure. I'm going to go ahead and put that on my brow bone as well. It's got a nice little sparkle to it, and it really does a good job highlighting. Yeah, that's really pretty. I like that a lot. I'm going to go ahead and do the other eye. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and add some liner real quick, and then I'll go ahead and do the bottom lash. Okay, so I went ahead and I did the wings. I'm going to go ahead and do the lower lash line. I want to play with some colors that I haven't tried yet. So I think I'm going to go ahead and do that dark side here. I'm going to put that on top of the all-nighter down on my lower lash line. So I've got a little bit of something that I haven't played with. I am going to find my liner brush. Alright, so I have one of my liner brushes here. I'm going to go ahead and take this and I'm going to put all-nighter right on my lash line. I'm just going to kind of pack that on. That way it's nice and pigmented. Just like that. I'm going to go ahead and do the other side real quick, and then I'll go ahead and put dark side right on top of that. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and get dark side right on that. It's got like a brownish blue hue to it, and it's really pretty. Stamp this on right on top of that, and then I'll be buffing it out with a clean brush to get it to kind of have that smoked out look. I'm just buffing out the edges just to smoke it out a little bit. Okay, and I think to end this, I'm going to go ahead and use Pillow Fight, the center color right here. I'm going to put that right underneath the dark side and just buff that out again. So I'm going to take one of my Morphe brushes. I'm going to put that right on there. I'm just going to go right underneath dark side here. Okay, so I'm going to put mascara on, and that's going to be it for the eyes, and then I'll go ahead and try out the lip paint in just a little bit. Okay, so I went ahead and I added blush real quick with the mascara because I was actually curious seeing the way that this one here shimmered, this Pillow Fight. I was kind of curious to see how that would work as a highlight. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. I'm going to grab my fan brush. I'm just going to kind of take a little bit of this and just see how this looks as a highlighter. Oh yeah, that works really good for that. So you can see the shine there. I think that works really nice. So that's another good use for it. Okay. Alright, let's go ahead and try that lip paint. Let me see. I have some information on this one as well. Let me take this out and we will see. I know I took it out earlier. This, it's got a lot of like purple and blue sparkles in it. Let me see. I don't know if they have too much information about this exact lip color because they only have a couple of these. And this is actually, it says that it's out of stock right now. So it's supposed to be kind of a sheer wash of color. You can use it over top other lipsticks, or you can just use it alone for just a hint of color and shine, it says. So I'm going to go ahead and put this on. I think I'm just going to do it on its own, and we'll kind of see like how sheer it actually is. Actually, you know what? I'll swatch it real quick. So I'm going to use my hand here again, and I'm just going to kind of see. Yeah, it's got a cute little color to it. I think that'd be okay on its own. So I'm going to go ahead and just use it that way. And we can see what it looks like on the lips. It smells really nice. Trying to think of how to explain. It's almost got like a cocoa smell to it. Okay, so that's what that looks like right there. I think it's really pretty. I think it really pulls the eyes together. The eyes have a lot of shimmer too, so it's really nice. So that was everything that I got in my Boxycharm this month. So thank you guys all for watching, and I hope you like what you see. So we will see you guys all next time.